On the way to Delphi, we stopped at Chaironeia. And indeed, the main reason I decided to go to Delphi was so that we could go through Chaironeia. You can't get to Chaironeia by bus, so that's another reason to hire Tony the driver. And here's the information plaque at Chaironeia. We had the place to ourselves when we were there. It's not a well-known tourist place, and that's why we went. Alexander the Great caused that lion to be constructed and placed there. Not exactly there, nearby. And there I am standing in front of the lion to give you some idea of the size of the thing. He caused it to be built there in honor of enemies whom he had defeated in a battle there. I took off my coat so that I'd stand out more in contrast to the lion. And then we walked around it. It was part of Alexander's hope to placate his Greek enemies by respecting them. And then we got back in the car and drove on to Delphi, which had not been high on my list of imperatives, but when I got there I realized it was and should have been. First of all, the countryside. It's in the mountains, it's rugged, and that's the way Delphi probably looked before the engineers went to work. And so we went there. Many temples and other objects there, treasuries, sports grounds, more temples, and just for a change, another temple. And the Temple of Athena is the first one we came to, so we took a great many pictures of this. That's about all that remains of it. It was a round building, very rare for that time and place, a special honor and a special tribute. It took special engineering to do, but the whole thing was terraced out of this mountainside. And it's as though it hangs in the air, and it must have been spectacular in its time. There you can see the round structure of the Temple of Athena and some other people admiring it. And then there were other places. It was customary to save treasure there as it was neutral ground among the Greek city-states, although that was sometimes not respected, particularly by the Athenians, when they were always the first ones to get desperate for money, I guess. And we went up and traipsed up and down the hillside. It was quite strenuous, and again, no handrails, no safety mats, lots of worn steps with scree on them, a bit taxing. And lots to do, back and forth, up and down. Took lots of pictures of the architectural detail, and tried to give some sense of the place, but really I just don't think you can here. I can't. There are ruins, and they blend into the hillside, and so I tried to get some shots that make them stand out from the hillside, but that was difficult for an amateur like me with my little silver snapper. But try I did. And then we went into the museum at Delphi, and it is a fabulous museum. It's light and ethereal, and it does give the sense of hanging in the air. And among the many treasures there is this mask of Apollo, about which there's quite a story, and I recapitulated some of it on the blog, so you might have to look there. But these photographs do not do it justice. It is spectacular, life-size, and seems to be staring at us from eternity to eternity. And that's the end of this part of my story.